Hey, Conny.
Hi.
Conny Ivarsson, you are from Sweden.
Yes.
May we ask you how old you are?
Right now or tomorrow?
Right now will be fine.
Okay, 58 years old.
That's old.
Yep. In the end of this season, I'm next year 59.
Getting closer to 60.
Yep.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. You're still good as a rider. Tell us a little bit about your background as a rider.
My background is speedway racing. I've been racing speedway for 20 years, and then I stopped, and I got a little bit tired of it. So I stopped, and that was 20 years ago, 23 years ago, I think. And then I discovered flat tracking by an accident almost, and I started with an old Harley, trying to go round and round, and it helps to be in racing speedway before, and so I'm used to sliding and the gravel and things like that. So, and then I swapped bikes a couple of times, and it was getting more fun, and I tried to keep it like that.
So you're doing it for fun mostly nowadays?
Yeah, of course I want it to be fun, but then again, when the helmet comes on and it's the starts and 3 or 12 other guys at the same position, I want to beat them, but as you said before, I'm getting old. I'm not so strong anymore.
So I know that you have been riding for some seasons now, and but how come you are here because we are in Holland? We forgot to say that we are in Holland. So all this happening in Lelystad in Holland. So why are we here?
Well, we started the season supposed to try out the Dutch flat track this year, but we couldn't manage the first meeting, so we started a crowd racing.
And where is that?
It's in Germany, and they are making 3 meetings this year, and we attended one last year, and we thought it was really cool and very fun, so we wanted to race the whole season here this year. And they have also had some issues with getting the tracks to race on, so they ended up in the last meeting here in Holland.
So this is actually a German race, but in Holland?
Yeah.
Okay. So you did manage to come to Holland anyway this year?
Yeah. Fortunately, we did, because this is really good.
Yeah. I want to go back a little bit about, we talked about the background as a rider and how you get hooked on flat track. What's the deal to start a new sport when you are as young as you are?
Well, it's not that big thing, because you can start from zero, buy a bike, a road bike, and then you can go slide on a speedway track and keep it fun, and talk to a lot of people that has been doing this before, and then you getting tips, and then it's getting easier and easier, and you find some speed, and some things help you to make a good slide and go faster.
So since you have been doing speedway for so many years, we realized that you like oval tracks already, but what you're saying now is that an easy environment to get into, or is that a big part of it, that there are good people?
Yeah, it's not that competitive as hard racing, or what you call it, but everyone is helping each other between the races and during the race and everything, and because they want you to be on the track as well, and even if you get beaten by them, then you still help them because everyone is having fun, and it's it's a good people makes things even better.
Do you think this will last in the sport?
Yes, it's coming up and down. Maybe some are more competitive and or not. Maybe it's going to be some different, but there's so many classes, and I think everyone wants to be happy and have some good races.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. You told us in the beginning that you have been changing bikes for some times.
Yes.
So you have a really good bike. Can you tell us? You have more than one good bike, but a very special one.
Yeah, I got a really special one. I stumbled over one last season. It was an XR 750 that's been raced in the AMA series in the USA between 2000 and 2005, and it just so happened I got a picture on the bike from a German guy that said that this was in Sweden. So, and if you heard an XR 750 revving on the straights, then you're in love.
Then you're in love. Okay. About the XR 750, for those who doesn't know about it, it's what brand is it?
It's a Harley Davidson, and they stopped making them now because they are air cooled and it's old technology, so they're not competitive anymore.
Okay, but what's the thing about it? Because for us who know about the bike, it's iconic bike.
When they first built the XR 750, it's been at the top level in the US for 50 years. So it's an iconic bike.
Yeah. Yeah. So you were kind of lucky to get
Extremely
one.
lucky
Yeah.
because they are quite rare, and this one was raced before and it was in really super shape. So I only had to check some things on it and put some oil and gas in it and start it up, and it was running like a monster.
Like a monster. Yeah. Was it different from other bikes you have been riding?
Yeah, I haven't had so many bikes, but I started on an old 47 knucklehead and tried that out with 330 kilos around the track, and it's too low and wasn't a very good bike for racing. So I bought myself a Sportster, and then I was started to race on that one, or practicing, you can say, for 2 or 3 years, and I did some changing on the bike a couple of times, and it got better and better, and I was really happy with the bike, but still a bit heavy. But then I got this picture on an XR, and it was special made for just the dirt track racing, so I couldn't resist it, so I had to go to the bank and take a big loan and buy it.
Now you're poor but happy.
Yeah, I'm poor but happy.
But we also know that the XR 750 are, I mean, they have mile tracks in the States. How is it to ride it on our quite small flat speedway tracks?
Well, the bike isn't built for small trackless like in Sweden, or in even most tracks in Germany are mostly 400 meters. That's better, 400 meters. And when you get to really small tracks, it's a really handful, and it's really hard to not end up in a fence, because it's like almost like a rodeo.
He's back again, the Arab rodeo guy. Okay, but you're happy with your bike?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's I'm super happy with it. So I'm gonna keep going on it.
Would you like to try it on a mile track?
Yeah, it would be awesome to try it on a big track. I was hoping for last year when we was down here in Germany, we had a meeting at an 800 meters track, and I was hoping for this season that we will be there again, but unfortunately we didn't. So I didn't get to try it on a long track. So, but soon.
Soon it will happen. Finally. I know that you're also a little bit involved in developing the flat track in Scandinavia. And what do you think about the rules we have in Scandinavia? Is there anything you would like to add, or what's the important thing about having rules?
Well, it's important to have rules because you should have quite similar chance of winning a heat, I think, maybe. But then yet again, you can't have too many rules because then everything gets so specific that you have to rebuild your bike because there's a new rule for next year and things like that. So I say keep it simple and have fun.
Yeah, it's good advice. That was just a side question, sort of, but it's still really important to understand what's happening in Scandinavia because it's growing fast and so on. But for you personally, what kind of goals do you have? How has this season been, first of all?
It's been a good season, I think. We have had this is the third meeting down here in Germany and Holland, and we had two in Sweden and one in Norway. So I think it's a good season. We had some rain, a couple of meetings, but that's what's happened when we are outside racing. So. But anyway, I'm happy with my results and things like that. So and then it's really fun to get to know new people and every new places you go to, and everyone is smiling and having a good time. So me too.
You too, but you also like to get on the podium, I think.
Well, it's not the most important thing to go and race like this to get on the podium. Not for me. I've been there and done that, and I've tried to not get it too serious because then you take a little bit of the fun out of it. So I'm happy to attend and meet the good people and yeah, crack.
Happy to get home on Sunday. Yeah,
of course, everyone wants to get home healthy and go to work on Monday. So it's yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying, or how I understand you, is that the sportsmanship part is also important for you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of people here helping each other. So we're having fun and enjoying ourselves, and it's lots of guys who's intending to do those races are not really used to racing. It's quite new people to racing, and they should have a go as well, I think. And we who have experience in racing, we have to think about them as well.
That's a good thing to pass on to other riders.
Yep.
Okay, we have Rowan James from the UK with us now. Is there anything you would like to ask Conny Ivarsson from Sweden?
Yes, I have a burning question. The XR750, beautiful bike. We love watching you race it, but why is it yellow?
Well, It came from the US, and the guy who rode it, he painted it himself yellow, and he was from Texas, and he has the Texas star and everything on it. So that's I think that's why it's yellow.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to change it. It's beautiful.
Keeping it true to where it came from.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing them in orange or black.
Yeah.
So it stands out. It looks good. And
Something should.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a bit of the riding style, but specifically the bike.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will talk a little bit more to Rowan James from UK. So we say thank you to Conny Ivarsson from Sweden.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
keep
Conny.
up
Yeah.
the good sportsmanship.